Okay, in the last video we showed how the cat could be moved around using the arrow keys on the keyboard, and then also the other one was how the cat could bounce off the walls so the walls were solid and the cat didn't go through the walls. So we've done that. The next thing we need to look at is how to move the cat so when it touches the birds, a bird disappears and the score increases as the cat gets the birds. So let's have a look at this. We have a cat here and we have birds here. They're both objects. So let's have a look at our objects. We check our bird. Let's double click on our bird. It is solid, so it means we can make a collision. When one thing meets another or bumps into another, touches another, it's called a collision. And that's an event. So when the cat collides with the bird, then we can do something. So let's look at the cat. We're going to add an event, and the event is going to be a collision. And the collision is going to be with the bird. Alright, so here's our collision with the bird. That's the event, so what do we do? Well, the first thing we want to do is get rid of the bird. So we want to make sure that that bird has disappeared. So we can have a look at this, and we can destroy an instance. So in other words, we drag this across, destroy the instance. Now it's doing it in the cat, so we don't want to destroy the cat. We want to destroy the other object in the collision. That's what that means. So the other object in the collision is the bird. So we destroy the instance of the bird. In other words, it disappears. The next thing we want to do is we want to add some score. So if we do this score, we can set the score. Now, we set the score. We're going to add 10 points for every bird that the cat gets. But if we do it this way, it'll just say the new score is 10 and keep returning it to 10 each time a bird gets hit. However, if we tick on relative, then what it actually does is a cumulative score. Now, so in other words, it adds 10 each time we get a bird, which is really what we want. So we set the score relative to 10. In other words, it adds 10 together each time we hit a bird or collide with a bird. The other thing that you might like to do is also to add a sound. So the next thing we want to do is add a sound. So if we go back to main 1, main 2, it's in here somewhere. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to play a sound when we hit the bird. So we'll add a sound. Now we need to add a sound file. At the moment we don't have a sound file. So we're going to go OK for that at the moment because it's undefined because we haven't put what sound we're going to play. We're going to go OK for the cat. We're going to save it. So we've saved it as far as we've done now. Now the next thing we're going to do is find a sound. So we have a look at sounds and there's nothing there. So if we have a look up here, add a sound. Okay, let's see if we can find a sound. There we have a look. And we can look in Google Drive and in Game On. Now these are the files that you have shared from my drive in Google Drive, and we can have a look in number 1 under sounds. We want a bird. Bird. Here we go. So we can use a bird wave. So let's use. Doesn't really matter which one we want. So we'll use a bird. Okay. Right. So let's quickly go back to the cat. So what we've got now when we're colliding with the bird is we remove the bird that we've hit or collided with. We set the score to 10 and add that for each bird. And we play a bird sound, which we haven't put on there yet. sound. So, okay, now we didn't do that very well, but we'll just come back here. Okay, with our sound, what we should have done was put bird. SND underscore bird. And that says bird sound. We can try. Okay, there's our bird sound. Alright, so, okay. And we quickly go back to cat. Object bird, and we've got bird sound or sound bird. Great. So, let's run our program. We better save it first. Let's run our program and see if it actually works. Where are we? Okay. We've got our cat. Now it's not making a bird sound. Okay, so we can see that the bird is, or the cat is touching the birds and they disappear. It's not exactly playing the sound we thought. And we can see them disappear. So that's working.